on the clock. Made the postseason this last year, got swept by the Avalanche. Let's face it, David Poile has done a really good job there. They're always in the hunt. I've had great years this year. Obviously, Matt Duchene. Philip Forsberg is a question mark. Seems like he's going to sign there. We saw Letang sign today with Pittsburgh. You would think that they're also on an avenue for Forsberg. I don't know how this would affect that pick at all. Probably not. They're a long-term organization that likes to get assets to stay consistently good.
Yeah, and I think with this pick, too, it's pretty wide open, but I still have 2 of my top 10 on the board, Kemell and Yurov. And Yurov is most like Forsberg as an NHL comparable. So you're Nashville. You obviously understand his game. Maybe you're picking a player quite like him.
I think maybe I'm going to go defenseman.
Okay.
Maybe if you look at their picks in recent years, first-round picks, not a lot of D, so maybe they go defenseman. And this might be a little high for maybe you guys, but what about Ryan Chesley, U.S. national program? Plays hard, physical, has some offense in him, had more of it in his 17 years, seemed to cool off in his 18 year, but boy, he plays a real hard game. I wonder if they go the defenseman route.
St. Paul, Minnesota kid is going to go for as well with Cooley. So the Nashville Predators making their way up to the stage in Montreal. They have no second-round pick, 2/3, 2/4, so they want to hit on this one. No defenseman picked in the top 2 rounds on the last 4 drafts for Nashville. So perhaps they need some depth there. They've done well, obviously, with defensemen over the years. They just add Ryan McDonough, who's a great guy to plug in there, certainly for a team that already made the playoffs this year. And they're kind of built for now. When you look at the Johansson and Duchene, and if they sign Forsberg and they bring in McDonough, and they have a great goaltender as well.
Yeah, Saros was money for them.
So here we go. What is Nashville thinking? Will they take that defenseman? Will they take Ryan Chesley? Who will it be? See David Poile up there. See who will make the announcement for Nashville.
We'd like to say hello to our great fans in Nashville watching from Florida Ice tonight. With our first choice, Nashville Predators select from JYP in Finland, Joakim Kemell.
Tell me about the Finn, Megan.
Obviously, I love that. It's my highest ranked right now. So for a smaller size, he has high compete level and engages physically. High quality shot, quick and deceptive release to beat goalies, which is important in the NHL. Effectively uses one-timers as well. And at the U18 tournament, he was 5th in shot attempts per game at 9.2 and 3rd in goals per game. Based on the data, he's comparable to David Pastrnak.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he did well in the Finnish Elite League at a young age, too. He was there at 17, and he had the youngest player to score a goal there in each of his first 2 career games. Led all Finnish Elite rookies with 15 goals this past season.
Has a great release. Draws penalties. I love the ability to really hide the release on goalies and freeze them for that split second, and can beat you in a variety of ways with different shots. When speaking to different people during the Stanley Cup final from Finland, they raved about his ability, to your point, to not only score those goals in playing in the league up there, but also look very comfortable in doing so. That's a huge compliment right there.
That last highlight that we just saw of him, net front, reminded me of Victor Arvidsson, right? The ex-Nashville Predator, who had some good years there with the Preds. Not overly big, probably his only knock, but as you said, Weeksy, his shot is what stands out. That's his calling card. So this is a guy that I think we've been talking about him as we've gone to break a couple of times. Jimmy, late night with Jimmy with Joakim Kemell. Not so late now as he goes off the board, but a guy that we thought would have gone a little bit before this. So for Nashville, I'm sure they're thrilled to get him.
And I like your comp to Arvidsson. Because Arvidsson scored 30 there in Nashville twice. We know he's gone on a plane.
Kind of looks like him too.
He does a little bit. Yeah, he totally does. I see what you're saying. I get it. I totally see it.
Of course, the Preds eliminated by Joe Sakic, and the Avalanche just announced the GM of the Year. He's with Emily Kaplan.
Joe, what was the biggest thing you learned about